One of the things that has come up as we were moving courses from Angel to Canvas this last fall was courses that are using question pools. They're really handy because it allows you to have a big chunk of questions that you can use and then only pull a certain number. The only downside is that it doesn't come over to Canvas very well, and we've even found that if you try to copy it from one course to the other within just Angel, it doesn't work so well. And so we developed a process to be able to get these kinds of exams out of Angel into Canvas without a whole lot of work. But it has some. It's just easier to do it via video than to try to describe it in email. So here it is. The first thing you do is here's your exam. This one has 13 question pools, and each one's pulling various numbers of questions that are 2 points each. So what I usually do is I basically create a new assessment. So we'll just do add content, assessment, and this is exam 1 for Canvas. One of the things I do if you're working in a live course is under the Access tab, do not allow users to view this item. Okay, and save. That way it doesn't freak any students out. Alright, so to make this work easiest, what I do is I open this up in a new window, kind of shrink it down, and then I open up the other one in a different window. This is so that I can see the different question pools. So what I do first is I go ahead and over here I configure this question set. So it's a little bit big. Change it from questions to pool 1 or whatever you want to call it so that you know what it is. And then under the interaction tab I match the settings that are over here. So in this particular quiz I know that each question's worth 2 points, and so if this question pool's worth 4, then there's 2 questions at 2 points each. So what I do is I uncheck use assessment settings, and then I'm going to limit the number of questions within this set to 2, and then click save. Okay, and so now pool 1 is set up. So then I do the same for, I add another question set. This one's pool 2. And I go ahead and keep this checked so that I can come in here, uncheck this, limit the number, and this one's set to 3 because there's 6 points in the original. And I repeat that over and over until I have all the pools created. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, create those real quick so that we can get this video done quicker. So, see you in a little bit. Okay, so now I have all 13 pools created and configured based on what I have in the original exam. Next thing I do is I go into the question pool settings and I look at what folder it's pulling from. So it's exam 1 life and then in this course. Okay, so you can just verify number of questions 2, pool points 4, so that's 2 points per question. So then I come over to the new exam, I'm going to add a question, and then I'm going to browse question bank. So I look for exam 1 life, and there's 4 questions there. So I'm going to check that folder, and then drag all the way to the bottom. Let me shrink this up so you can see. And then I click add selected questions. So now all 4 questions that are available in that pool are now listed there inside the test. But remember, I configured it to only select 2 of those 4. So any of the 2 of these will be selected. Notice though that it has 0 points. So to fix that, I go to select all, then up here I change it to change point value, click go, and I want it to be 2 points, and save. And now all 4 questions have 2 points. And then I would just repeat that for each pool. So I'll go over that real quick one more time. So question pool 2, I'm going to come over to the original question pool. It's an exam 1, metabolism, reproduction. 3 questions, 6 points. Okay. So over here I'm going to add question. Shrink this up a little bit. Okay. Browse question bank. Exam 1, metabolism, reproduction. We're just going to pull all the questions. Scroll down, add selected questions, and it has added all of them at 2 points. Well, all but 2. So I'm going to check those 2. Come up here, change point value to save. So now all of them are worth 2 points within that one. So this one's going to pull 3 questions. And I know that because if I go to configure, limit the number, 3. So it's matching. And so I would repeat that for each of the pools. Alright, I'm going to pause again and finish this up, and then we'll come back and get this exported and imported into Canvas. So, see you in a little bit. Alright, so now I have all of the questions in the assessment brought in with 2 points each, the way I like it, and all the question sets are configured. So this exam is ready to get moved over into Canvas. So to do that, I go to Utilities, Export Item to Zip. And then I'm patient, depending on the size of your exam and so on. Then you click on the zip file that comes up, and I save file. I'm going to save that to my desktop so I can find it. Okay, and it's done. So now I come over into Canvas, go to Settings, get this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to go to Import Content into this course. I'm going to grab Angel Export, because that's what I just did, browse on my desktop, and then I'm going to go start typing exam 1 for Canvas, open, and import. Okay, so while it's running, I could map away from this screen and go do something else, but since it's going to be relatively quick, I'll go ahead and hang out until it's done, so it's completed. Just to verify, I'm going to go to Quizzes. There's exam 1 for Canvas. I'll go into Edit, and go to Questions. So pick 2 questions, 1 point per question. So it didn't save my settings that I wanted at 2 points per question. So what I need to do is go in here and edit this and bump that up, an update group, and then just go through and do the same for each pool. And I accidentally hit the plus sign there. So pool 3, make sure you click the pencil. 2, update. Pool 4, same thing. So I'll quickly go through this. The key is that it did save the number of questions that I want to pick. It's just the points per question is no longer saved. Almost done. This one is actually 10 points per question because it is a matching. It looks like it's in there twice, so I'm going to dump that. Okay. Okay. Alright, and then save. Okay, so now it's a graded quiz, 100 points, which is what it should be, and I just have to set the settings for that semester for the quiz. So it's good to go. If you have any questions or need help doing this, just give Online Services a call. Thanks.